Welcome to the Diverse Minds Summer Podcast Shorts. And today I've got Suzy joining me. Suzy and I have known each other for a long time, but she's never been on the podcast before. So I'm delighted to have her here. Welcome, Suzy. Tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're based.
Oh, thank you, Layla. It is great to be here. I'm Suzy Sanders. I'm the founder and franchisor of Alchemy Virtual Assistants. I'm based in Northamptonshire, but we've got an incredible group of people across the UK. And primarily, our focus is supporting entrepreneurs with operations, projects, admin, marketing, anything that's slowing them down.
Brilliant. And I can highly recommend Suzy and Paul got me on my feet with my processes when my business first began and are still supporting me. So Suzy, in the work that you do, tell us all a bit about how you champion equity and inclusion in the work that you do.
Oh, it's an important question. And I think for me, it comes down to three main things. Listening, and not just listening to respond, that real deep presence that you have with whoever it is you're interacting with, your team, your colleagues, your clients, whoever. I think there's a real call for us all to listen a little bit deeper. And alongside that, I think it is communication about being compassionate and curious. And I'm a big advocate of lifelong learning. I don't think no one person knows it all. And I think the more that we can listen and communicate and learn from each other, that to me is the fundamental part of how we champion each other as well.
That's brilliant. And I think, yes, active listening is very underrated. It's very misunderstood now in the digital age. And I think that people don't realize actually, if you're listening actively, it's quite draining, not necessarily in a bad way, but you have to rebuild your energy. So given that, active listening is so important and it's a really cool part of what you do, how do you also stay present in this age of dinging and pinging and whizzing and notifications?
The golden question. It's really funny, isn't it? Because I think this is a kind of supporting my mental health and presence and recharging my energy is definitely something that I've learned the hard way over the years. I've been in business for about a decade now, and when I started my business, my mental health wasn't great. So I've definitely learned this the hard way. But for me, it's applying those three things to myself as well, like listening to my feelings, my thoughts, my body, being able to communicate my needs, lifelong learning, always looking for new ways to be present. And I think I lean in on my skills as well. I'm an executive assistant by profession, so I have to make sure that I have a strict workflow, diary management. I have to practice what I preach in order to have the time, the space to think, because I think that's another thing that a really simple thing that is in this digital age, overlooked and hard to do, but really effective. So I need to make sure I have plenty of downtime to recharge and think. And ultimately, I want to be at my best because my role in my company and the role that our company has out there in the wider world is one of service. So I'm a big advocate of prioritizing yourself so you can be your best for others.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much, Suzy. And of course, when we do that, you've touched on it a bit, but how do you look after your mental health and well-being as a busy professional, a parent, and everything that you do?
Yeah, again, I think presence plays a big part here. I think naturally when you're running a business, there's 101 things that need to be done. Primarily, most of the time, it's all on you, isn't it? Those motivations, the goals, all of that kind of stuff. I think supporting my own well-being, I think it is about being as present as I can, not getting caught up too much in the day-to-day, but also finding those little moments. I hope I don't regret sharing this, but I've realised that one of my really joyful moments is hanging my washing out on the line, which I know is a job that sounds very mundane, very boring, but for me, it's almost become a little meditative practice. It's peaceful. I'm outside, I'm in nature, the sun is shining, I'm always barefoot, and it's just the act of doing something productive that is an act of service, but also it's a moment of quiet and stillness for me. So trying to find the joy in the little moments.
Oh, thank you, Suzy. And that's really interesting that you talked about hanging up for the washing with bare feet. So that, and I know nature is a really important thing to you. So that connection with nature, small moments, and also you're not phrasing it like this. And I know for some people they don't like it, but there's some, well-being gurus that talk about you have to flip it and say, yeah, I get to do this, and we don't always feel like doing that. But I love the way you framed it in such a a much more healthy, better way, which is I do this because actually, yes, it's in service, but it's about me having that meditative moment where no one's around, but I'm grounded. I'm literally grounded with my bare feet. So thank you so much. I think that will resonate with so many people.
Thank you. I hope so.
And Suzy, if people want to find out more about you, your work, your business, how should they get in touch with you? And we will, of course, include those links in the show notes.
Thank you. I'm quite active on LinkedIn. That is definitely my platform of choice. So yeah, connect with me on LinkedIn. Or if you want to find out more about our services and our team, then hit up the website and there's a lot of information and resources on there.
And that's alchemyva.co.uk.
It is, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Suzy, so much. Wishing you a beautiful sunny summer. And we look forward to connecting with you in the future. And please do get in touch with Suzy, everyone. And until then, we'll catch you in the next shorts. Bye for now.